good? It's your boy Easy back with another video. This is going to be the series, the rebuild kind of series that we're going to be doing, making this team into a dynasty. You'll kind of see the team from the title, I'm sure, and thumbnail. But I think a fun team that we're going to be using is going to be the Miami Dolphins. All right, welcome the new coach, Harold Wander, to Miami as the new head coach of the Miami Dolphins. Broncos offensive ebook, Chiefs defensive ebook, or defensive ebook. Harold Wander here. Going to be using the Broncos offense, the Chiefs defense. That can change at any point in the season. All right, so kind of plan for the season. Let's go into the coach interview, see what they want to ask us, kind of see what they are talking about here.
The dawn of a new season brings the dawn of a new era for this franchise. There's a new coach in charge, tasked with guiding this team to the peak of the NFL. For someone with dreams of reaching Canton, this first day and their first interview will set the stage for a career to come.
Right. This interview right here, he's going to set the stage for everything, right? Oh. Coach, big reason you were hired was your ability to develop talent and get what the most out of place. What area will you focus on first? Want to do the training camp one. Developing the quarterback is important, but at the end of the day, we have Tua. I'm not really worried about Tua getting upgraded, so I'm more worried about everybody else getting upgraded. So, which side of the ball your identity shine through most? Let's say the offense. I think the offense is going to be really big for us. I think our receivers is the strong part of this team. So I'm going to put as the receivers down. I'm going to say innovative. Actually, we're going to say scouting prospects. I want to make sure that we are very peak at drafting. Finding that talent in every draft. Making sure that we are taking the best player available. Just making the team better. Things of that sort. All right, so seeing kind of out the gate here, seeing kind of what the Dolphins have. Big problem they're having is in the edge area, right? We're having a big problem in the edge area here. We have Jalen Phillips who's starting, and then we have Chop Robinson who's behind him who can also play starter for us. Then we have Bradley Chubb on the right edge and Judon on right edge as well. Judon being a superstar as well. Bradley Chubb here, though. I can't remember if he's 27 or 28. He's 29, so probably somebody that we do move on from. I think what's going to happen here is both right edges get moved on from, and we move Chop to right edge. And so that way we can kind of get that spread out there. We do have the rookie Grant. I think his name's Kalijah. We do have the rookie Kenneth Grant. I think this is going to be a big part of the defense for kind of past this first couple of years here. He's going to be a big kind of guy that I would like to develop out the gate. So I'm going to look into developing him. Looking at the offense, a few guys I kind of would like to talk around two teams and see if maybe we can move on from. Darren Waller being one, just because he's so he's 30 in his 30s. Same with Tyreek Hill here. I know he's an X factor. I know he's a 95. Let's get something for him back. He's 31 years old, so he's gonna start declining. He's gonna take forever to upgrade. He's 58,000 XP to upgrade to the next level. I know 98 speed's amazing, 98 acceleration, things of that sort. I feel like we can get a couple of guys back for him, draft picks and things of that sort. I don't expect us to win anything first season, so that's kind of where I'm at with that. I am going to be using different sliders as well, so when we're going into here and we're looking at franchise settings, it's going to show XP sliders, game sliders. I'm going to go through all of these. We're going to change them a bunch just because I do play the game online a lot. I do know what cheeses the game out. So just kind of make sure that we're not cheesing the game out. Let's see what the position battle is for, though. I could bet you it's going to be a defensive end battle. That's going to be kind of where I'm thinking it's at.
Some turmoil threatens their roster in the early season. A challenge has been made for a top spot on the depth chart.
Right.
Competition breeds success.
Yep.
But coaches will decide how far the competition goes.
Right. Yep. Scott Robinson. Yep. Right. He thinks he can be the leader of this franchise. I'm going to tell him we're going to talk after the preseason. I expect him to be our starting left edge probably by the end of this week, probably. Or by the end of preseason. He will be the starting left edge. So I am not kind of worried about it. Do want to field a few calls before we start training camp. Kind of poke around the league, see who people like and what I can get for who and things of that sort. So let me kind of go through there. If I get any trades done or anything of that sort, I will be back with you guys to talk. All right. First trade of the video. Getting a lot younger here. That's kind of what I was thinking. He also has superstar development. So we have a 23-year-old wide receiver still on his rookie deal coming to us in exchange for Tyreek Hill going to the Chargers. We're getting a 23-year-old and a first-round pick who's going to be in the 20 to 23 range, depending on when they were born and things of that sort. But we're getting a guy that's going to still be able to grow with us as well as be 8 years younger in the NFL. As we all know, Tyreek Hill's probably got a good 2 or 3 years left. I want this series to kind of go for 5+. So I think Ladd McConkey being on the team with Jalen Waddle is a great addition. I do have a few other trades, like I said, I do want to do. So I'm going to kind of try to see if I can draw some stuff up and see if we can get something going. Okay. Next trade being Bradley Chubb and Darren Waller. Moving on from Darren Waller, picking up a lot younger linebacker for our team, as well as picking up a little 4th-round pick that we could try to use and maybe trade up, get into like the second round or something along those lines. Kind of my thought there. Getting Walker helps out a lot with the linebacker core. Do have a little bit of some holes there, so I think picking up him helps out a lot. Can obviously do some position changes, make sure everything fits and things, but we do have probably like 1 or 2 more trades that I would like to do, and then kind of go through free agency and just see what I can kind of pick up from there and just kind of move on from there and kind of run into the season with a full head of steam with the team that we're going to be building out here. I don't think there's going to be much to worry about as far as getting rid of some of these guys like Tyreek Hill and things, especially because, like I said, Ladd McConkey's 8 years younger, superstar development, 84 overall. He has a 15 overalls that he can improve on. I feel like we are kind of okay there. So moving on to the next couple of trades and pickups, and I will let you guys know. All right. Sending Sealer and Judon to the Jets in exchange for Vera Tucker and a 4th-round pick. Our offensive line is horrendous. Very, very bad. Like, that's probably going to be a lot of the pickups that I pick up in free agency. Some guys that we can pick up for like a year or two. It's not good at all. So I'm going to pick up those 2, getting rid of 2 older guys for a very young right guard, star development that I can change to a different position if needed. Kind of go through the roster right here just so that way we can kind of see. Like I said, we have Waddle, who's a star dev now. I think that's kind of crazy. 1 bad season takes away his superstar development. But no big deal. Ladd McConkey. We do need, I feel like, probably 1 or 2 more wide receivers. Might look at free agency once again to see if there's somebody there we can pick up. But as you can see, left tackle, not good. Left guard, serviceable. Center, very serviceable. We just picked up Elijah Vera Tucker. They do have Jonah here. very young guy. So I don't see a world where he's going to be traded away or anything or moved. I think we might honestly run with him as our starter for a while. Elijah Vera Tucker will probably move to my left tackle spot. Just don't really like how. I mean, the left tackle's young. We're very low there. Right tackle is the most important position for us. So I guess probably moving him to right tackle is probably more important, considering Tua being left-handed. That's his backside. So I keep forgetting that Tua's left-handed. So moving him to right tackle puts him as an 82 overall. We move Austin Jackson, or we just keep Austin Jackson where he is, and kind of just look through free agency a little bit. But I do want to move Chop to the opposite side, so that way we do have a little bit of cohesion between the two guys. Don't think he needs to fight for his spot. I think Chop should be a starter immediately. 22 years old, started out of 88 speed. Like, he's got good stats. Play rec is something to be worked with, but good finesse move, decent block shed. It's a good guy there. With us having the rookie Jordan Phillips here and Kenneth Grant, I was more okay with trading away our defensive tackle to try to pick up another guy there. So we picked up a Will and Quay Walker. Just makes our Wills a little bit better. He's younger, so that looks good there. Then we have at the corner kind of spot. This is kind of much to be desired with, but we are okay with who we have here for now. I think, like I said, I still want to go through free agency and pick up a few guys. So some of these guys might not be here when I pick up the video again. So don't get too attached, I should say. First pickup of the video for us here is going to be Asante Samuel Jr. Big surprise to me that he hasn't been picked up by somebody yet in the NFL. I get the injury history. I still think you can take a flyer on a 25-year-old guy. Despite the injury history, I just feel like sometimes when you look at an injury history, you got to look at what team he's playing for and how often do players get injured there and what practices do the team have for helping somebody that is injured. Also, we're looking for a mentor. There's not very many mentors. They have to be like over 30. So when you're looking, not a lot of these guys aren't over 30. So a lot harder to find. But I do want to go ahead and probably pick up a guy here out of free agency. And like for receiver wise, just to kind of add to our rotation, I guess. More or less, kind of want to add Treylon Burks to the roster. I think he'd be a good third guy for us. I'm not really looking for older guys at the receiver spot. Like I said, I want this to be a longer series, so having a guy like that is going to help us out a lot. Do need to pick up a tight end for the season. Kind of limited in that category we are. I think maybe trading for one might be a good idea, or we could just run with what we have. I'm not really too worried about it. Mercedes Lewis still being in the league is nuts, especially at a 72 speed. That's insane. I think kind of just having the guys that we have, unless we're gonna go for like a guy like this, right? Or like, see, none of these guys like a Hendershot would be the only other guy that I would go for. I'm gonna adjust the lineup just so that way we can kind of see where everything's at. Usually does it on its own. I like to just still kind of do that because they always kind of put guys like Treylon Burks in spots that they aren't supposed to be. Tua's in a good spot. Everybody else looks good to me. Star dev. See, like this here, they put Elijah Vera Tucker at left tackle, and we have Jackson at right tackle. I think I'm okay with that. I'll be honest. I think that's fine. Looking here, just want to make sure like Chop's in the right spot, Phillips is in the right spot, Quay Walker, Melifonwu looking good, Sante Samuel Jr. and Jones. We have Hilton on the team, who's really young. Fitzpatrick, Ashton Davis. Yeah, everything here looking really good. Might want to get a long snapper. I do know this year that long snappers do matter, so let me go free agency, see if maybe there's a long snapper chilling in there that's higher than a 58 overall. Rick Lovato. Sure, dude. You made the roster for a year. Congratulations. But I am going to be simming preseason. I don't like playing preseason games. I just don't think it helps any. But I am going to be doing these, so I will come back to you when we are upgrading the next week. Right. So we lost week 1 of preseason. Not like I said, I'm not too worried about it. We did go down overall just because we did trade away a bunch of players. Lad McConkey has 2 upgrades, so that's actually amazing for us. To kind of try to get him up and going. I'm gonna try to get his physical up probably each time that we upgrade him. Release is really, really low, and physical almost guarantees release basically every single time. So if we can get his release up throughout the season, we'll be in very, very good shape. He did end up getting a new ability slot. So we have Slotomatic. I am going to be changing to like short elite and let's give him tireless runner. Screw it. And up until he just gets some of the better like route running things. Devon A-Chain gets an upgrade as well. Hopefully we can get him to like a superstar dev before the end of the series. That'd be really nice. Probably get another upgrade with him after we do this week's weekly training. Do want to get his break tackle up, so I got to figure out how we're going to do that. Trucking, stiff arm, and strength all being very low is kind of alarming, but the speed makes up for a lot of that, and the carrying as well. High carrying is when it comes to franchise mode, I've noticed. With Kenneth Grant, I need him to be really well-rounded, just kind of all around. Looks like finesse moves we kind of want to work on. Block shedding, sure, but I do want to get his playback and finesse move up. So let's go ahead and do this guy here. Gives us +2 to block shed and +2 to power move when we did speed rusher. So that's amazing. I wanted finesse move. We didn't get finesse move whatsoever. Puts him at 85 block shed, 92 strength, 77 power move. Not too bad. 68 speed is not much to be desired with, but not too bad. Quay Walker, guy that we brought over from the Packers, also having an upgrade. I think kind of want to make him more pass coverage heavy. I feel like the defense, I'm going to have a lot of guys that I would much rather just play in coverage. So getting that zone coverage up will help a ton. Can be a pass rush guy as well. With Jason Sanders here, hopefully we can get a kick power upgrade because he only has like 93 kick power. I would love to have more than 93. Looking at like 94 plus is kind of 95 plus is kind of where I want to be. He's at 93. Kind of makes it hard to use. Just because he's not going to be able to make those long kicks that others can. Mike Hilton is probably not going to be on the team, so I'm not too worried about him. I'm going to let the CPU upgrade whatever they want. The only guy I really care about is our starting right guard, the rookie from Arizona. Just trying to get him upgraded. So 75 run block, 75 pass block. Let's just do a pass block upgrade to try to even it out, make it a 70. Looks like he has 8,000 XP towards his next, so he should be getting more XP at the end of this week, I would assume, when we do the weekly strategy here. Have these locked in for a couple more weeks. So not too shabby. Like, I feel like we should be okay. I want to just continue to push the same kind of stuff that we've been doing. Keep the same guys in here. Ollie Gordon, I do want to upgrade a bit, just in case A-Chain doesn't work out. We got a really young running back behind him as well. Alexander Madison, we did not practice at all. Tua with another 500. Upgrade the players, sim the week, and I'll show you guys next week as well. Quinn Ewers with 2 upgrades. Quinn Ewers is a intriguing story, I'll say, for the series. He's wearing Dan Marino's 13. Don't know how I feel about that one. Don't think that's what he's wearing IRL. I'm gonna check real quick, actually. So he's wearing the number 14, not the number 13. I don't know if somebody has the number 14. Somebody has the number 14. We're just going to change it. He shouldn't have that number. Give him the number 8. That's fine. He should not have the number 13, though. That's Dan Marino. As my friend Candu gets online. Upgrade some of these other guys, and then we'll move on to the next week. Some of these other guys, I'm just going to upgrade without showing. Unless we get something kind of crazy, like here we get a kick power. I put power, and they always put it towards accuracy. Whatever. Once again, the right guard with another upgrade. I think he's going to have another upgrade the week after this as well. I don't really know how that works. But just kind of keep going pass protector with him. We just want that pass block power to go up, which it did. Pass block power being a 75. And then we can kind of start doing the agile one, which I think gives like literally everything. I just kind of want to force feed that pass blocking one. But just gonna sim the rest of them and go to the next week of preseason. I like to show you guys kind of what we're doing, why we're doing it, things of that sort. We do have a new injury, so let's see who we got. Our rookie has a torn labrum, is out 3 to 7 weeks. Amazing, awesome. See what the trainers are saying. Hey Coach Wander, the regular season around the corner. I want to talk to you more about how we can help with injuries. Don't forget, as you're setting up the weekly strategy, you can utilize your abilities to affect the player's health. Healing accelerators can help players return from their injuries faster. Practice Protector keeps players from healthy during the week, limiting injuries from this training. Probable status shift. Just going to tell him to go on, because if I tell him interesting, he's just going to say the same thing he says after this anyways, which is, we do what we can, so what are you most interested in us performing? I want the healing accelerator. I do. That's a big piece that we just lost, so big piece of the interior O-line that we're going to be without for the next couple of weeks, so... So we are going to change this one right here. Boom. And we're going to put the healing accelerator on. Heals 5% faster. That's all I can put on it right now. We don't have any more things for it. So I'm going to put that there. I'm going to look at the upgrades just to see kind of who's there. A-Chain. Let's do the weekly strategy here. I would like to do like a West Coast style play sheet if we could. And because he's injured, he gets taken out of that, which is fine. We'll let the custom go. I'm gonna let the trainers kind of take over who's practicing, who's not practicing. I don't want to take a chance. A lot of the time they kind of keep them so they're not getting injured. Now they are getting wear and tear. Just have Kenneth Grant out. And then we have like no injury will play. All these guys here. Good. Cool. Upgrade players here. See who got a little bit of an upgrade this week. Looks like Jalen Phillips got an upgrade, which is a good thing for us. Nice young kid. Do power back here. It's going to give us break tackle. I would hope we get 3 trucking and stuff arm. Still stuff that I do want to upgrade. So not too mad about it. But the other guys here, only guy I really care about is Jalen Phillips. All the other guys, we're just going to sim. And then we'll go to the cut player scene and kind of move from there. Looking at Jalen Phillips, 78 power move, 82 finesse move, 86 speed, 80 block shed, very well rounded, 80 play rec. I just think we probably do power move to keep him more well rounded. So we just do the power rusher just because it also fits with the scheme fit as well. He gets +3 power moves, so that puts him at 81 power move, 82 finesse move. So very, very good there. Very well rounded. So that means he can get through either way. Go ahead and do that there. We'll sim the week, and then I will be back with you guys when we are cutting players. 29 years old. There's a guy that's 7 years younger than you, same overall. Got a couple player upgrades, so let's go ahead and look at who we got there. Chop Robinson, not too bad. I think he's gonna be big for us for long term. Looking at his ratings, 73 power move, 70 block shed, 72 play rec. A lot to be desired, a lot to be worked with, but I like the power rusher. Let's get him a little power rusher. Let's try to get a power move up. 2+2 power move, +1 finesse move, +1 play rec, +1 pursuit, +1 tackle, and hit power. Putting him at 75 power move, 81 finesse move, 73 play rec. So that's not too bad there. Chop being 88 speed helps a lot as well. And then Jonah here has gotten his 3rd or 4th upgrade of the video so far. So I did say I kind of want to just start doing agile, because I think agile does everything. Run block finesse, pass block finesse, impact block. I think it does a decent amount of them. Yeah, like lead block, impact block, run block, pass block finesse. Making him a 75. This guy isn't even, he's a normal dev. So not too bad there. Gonna be cutting to next week here in just a second. Week 1, hopefully, I think I messed up in putting what I put as our weeklies, not looking at how long they last. I think we're still like a week out from being able to do anything else. It's okay. I think that's okay. I think I keep the auto-generated, and I can fire these guys at any time, so not too worried about it. I think for the first week, we just kind of go through here, right? Forgot what draft picks we have, so let's look at what draft picks we got real quick. We do have our first, which is projected 13. We have the Chargers first, projected 22. So probably I would expect us to not be 13th and probably make playoffs. Probably be in the 20s range, and I expect the Chargers probably be the same. So we'll probably be looking in that range, is what I would say. Oops. So just kind of checking it out, seeing where the strong pieces of the draft are. Only one quarterback in the top 5 means it's a very, very light quarterback class usually. Yeah. So Jordan Ship from Colorado, huh? Josh Elam and Matt Banks. Matt Banks is 6'6". Good God. Just kind of looking like it's a defensive line heavy first round. Not a big fan of that, but not a big deal. Strong safety is a need, so seeing a strong safety in the first round, 6'3", who delivers bone-crushing hits, has a motor that runs through the whistle, often looks to rip the ball from defenders, 6'3", 215, solid to decent speed, meaning he probably only has like 85 speed, which kind of sucks. Strength, elite to great. He's probably going to be a run... What is it called? A run support safety? So I don't know if that's something I'm looking to get. Wide receiver is definitely something we're looking at. For sure. Offensive line, of course, but wide receiver class looks very, very lackluster. So maybe we kind of avoid that there. Tight end is something we are looking for as well. Looking at like a 6'6" Eric Clinton, round 1 to 2. No player notes on him yet. Everything's locked on him. From Clemson. So what is that like? Southeast. So I'm gonna put a scout. Who's my Southeast scout? Let's put a 1-star. Let's just put a 1-star Southeast scout. I like the 3-star already, so I'm not worried about it. 1-star tight end guy. We're gonna put Nick Southeast just for a week. Guess I fired a guy. Sure. Quarterback. Don't care to have a quarterback guy out there. Kind of think Tua's gonna be it for us. Do think we probably do look and see if there's a 3-star offensive tackle cornerback or offensive tackle D tackle guy. Left tackle. Tight end defensive tackle. Defensive tackle left edge. Like this is safety wide receiver. But it's just a bunch of DT's edge. There's a safety in the top 19 there. That's the guy that we were looking at. Gonna keep him. Just fuck it. I think I get rid of Antonio Soto and we keep the other 2 guys and call it good. Need like a DT offensive tackle or like an offensive tackle. There it is. DTOT. Perfect. Grady Robertson. What a name. We need a tier 2 scouts. Okay, so out of the regions that we need to fill west, top 4, 12, 20, 21, and 25. Okay, so this needs to be our tier 2 guy. Edge and DT. That's going to be what I'm looking for. Edge and DT and tier 2. DT offensive tackle. Offensive tackle edge. DT Mike. Edge tight end. I think this is a good one too, right? Because they said the tight end was one of the top for that area. I want to say that was for Central, right? No, it was for Northeast. I'm pretty sure. No, the Central was a tight end one. That's okay. That gives us just the best we can get there. West, left tackle and corner are the two. So cornerback Mike, wide receiver corner. Tight end, wide receiver, quarterback, cornerback. Offensive tackle. I mean, I guess we just do the quarterback, cornerback one, huh? Just kind of get the best of what we can for now until I can put us on there. All right. So we did set it up. Obviously, week one, we're not going to know too much about the devs and things of people, but this is going to be Dolphins franchise. As you can see, anytime we record this franchise, we are going to have the Miami shirt on. So keep a lookout. You ever see the Miami shirt on, just know Dolphins franchise is coming. If you're not following the Twitch is lost_easy. Following the kick, lost easy. Obviously, please make sure you subscribe to YouTube. Like the video if you did enjoy. And yeah, hopefully we can get episode 2 out here in a couple of days after this one. Peace out. Love you guys, man.